It's Wednesday, September 2nd, first Wednesday of the month. It means it's meeting night in Gonzales, Louisiana with the Ascension Amateur Radio Club. I am Cell Block 776, and this is part of my ongoing series documenting the meetings and other events that the ham radio operators in my locale do. This is for people that are interested in ham radio, interested in what the Greater Baton Rouge Amateur Radio Clubs are up to, and learn a little bit about what goes on at the meetings, or those who couldn't make the meeting and wanted to. This is your way of catching up, seeing what you missed. Maybe we'll see you next month. All right, stay tuned. We're going to go inside, order dinner, and get the meeting started here. Cell Block 776 out.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got a little bit to cover tonight. John, you got any minutes from last meeting?
No.
Okay. Guess what?
Motion to accept.
I got minutes.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Meeting was called to order at 1904 on 8/5/2015. Present were Darlene Talion, Al Talion, Dan Lott, John Buckley, Mervyn Simpson, Todd Trosclair, Jim Babin, and Steve Rackett. I led the pledge. We didn't have any minutes from the previous meeting. Read the treasurer's report. Motion by Todd, second by Jim to accept. Old business was the 225, of course, was not working properly, and the 440 and the Digi not operating, and the Balloon Festival this month, 25th through 27th. New business was we need to buy a battery for the 310 repeater, and we need more extra class operators in the club. Only having two, I think now. It was Mike Davis and Todd Hooverton. And the meeting was adjourned at 1940. Do I have a motion to accept as read? Second? Okay. Let me get my pen.
Huh?
Yep. All right. The treasury report. We got the same as we were last month. We had a savings account beginning of balance of $529.03, 2 cents interest for $529.05 as the ending balance. One thing, the PayPal account did not change. I did not change the balance on it. Change that now. $500.99. Checking account was $773.36, beginning and ending balance. So with $773.36 in the checking account, $529.05 in the savings, and $500.99 in the PayPal, we have a grand total of $1,803.40. So anybody want to see? I got a couple copies if anybody wants to look at it.
I don't want to look at it.
We won't let you look anyway, Steve.
All right.
Motion
to accept.
I got a motion to accept. Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So, let's see the minutes and the treasurer. All right. As far as since the last month, has anybody got any other old business? I think we still got the basically the 225 still is sick, and the 440 and the Digi are not working. I did talk to Chris. He gave me the guy's name. He gave me Trey's email with Lafarge. So I'm gonna try to go over there, and maybe on a Saturday morning or Friday afternoon or something, we can get over there. And Chris seems to think mainly we probably got a GFCI that tripped or something, maybe got wet, because the 440 and the Digi are on the same power strip. So he seems to think that that's,
Could have just tripped the breaker on the
could have
power
just tripped the
strip.
breaker on the power strip, yeah. So hopefully that's all the issue is, and we can take care of that real quick. The 225, I think you got the guy's name, huh, Todd?
Yeah, I got it.
And
I think
Jim's
Jim's got it, John has it. Yeah, we got his name, we just
Just
wait
get
for,
him.
wait for our tech to get done with his house.
Well,
work,
basically,
we go with that.
Chris said something about that too. He said if we could just go get it out.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, we'll see what we can do with that.
You want to do that? You want to just go pull it out one day?
Well, we need to go by there and put that analyzer on it and see
Well, that's what I was thinking. Bring the analyzer.
Yeah.
Because it could be
okay?
it could be the duplexer, it could be antenna cable.
Right.
Yeah. Could be somebody unscrewed a cable off the
Ain't no
duplexer.
telling.
So, like, again, when you get time, when you got,
Anytime I
I'll
can
go
make
with
that.
you during the week.
You know, that's an all the way through job. I can get that much time on.
All right. Another thing is, Chris sent me an email, a message, instant message. A guy in Baton Rouge, and I don't know if we'll be able to get in there in time to get it, but the guy's got a set of cans and a rack, and I forgot what else, combiners I think he's got in there that he will give to us. We just gotta go get it. It's over there on the side of Choctaw. So if we can, I'll try to call the guy up or whatever and set something up. I don't know how soon he's trying to get rid of it.
Is that what he has?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's a
it.
huge set of cans, man. That thing is huge.
Yeah, those are some big boys.
So, if nothing else, I mean, we can sell them, huh?
Yeah, we got a place, we can put them
We
in.
got a place to store 'em?
Trailer.
So.
With the rack and the cans.
Yeah, and I think he said they got some combiners on the top. So, all that stuff we could probably get rid of pretty readily. So I will check on that. I'll try to call the guy and see if he's still got it, because the way Chris talked was like if we didn't go get it, pretty soon he's gonna throw it away. So.
Oh, well, we need to go get it.
Yeah, he's not open on Friday, and so he's only open like till 4:30 or something during the week, and then he's not open on Friday, so it's not gonna be easy to go get.
Fit it back in the truck?
Yeah,
They're gonna pay.
I don't know if my truck can haul it though.
Yeah, you might be
We
wrong.
could tow it.
Yeah.
Barely pull that boat together then.
How much does it weigh?
I have no idea.
Probably about 250 pounds a rack with the cans.
Yeah, there's some pretty stout cans.
There's some 4-can duplexer with looks like about 8-inch cans set of
Yeah.
the 6-inch, which was our best duplexer what we had was that. What brand was that? Not Decibel Products.
No,
Somebody
I
else.
forget the brand of that stuff.
It's Wycom, W-Y-C-O-M, Wycom.
Something like that. It was.
We had some 6-inch cans, and they were
nice. They were
did
good
a
cans.
job, yeah.
We may still have one set of those things.
I think we might. We sold one set.
We sold one set when we sold that repeater.
All right.
Yeah. The Balloon Festival. I do have the event schedule of the Balloon Festival.
What's the dates of that?
It's September 25th through the 27th. It's the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, the only thing, on the Friday, it's from 4 to 10, okay? There's not a whole lot of activity going on the Sunday. There's not going to be much happening on the Sunday.
Friday's when they do the balloon blow at night.
They do the balloon glow at night on Friday.
And Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night.
But
the big one is Friday.
Just trying to get in here is just
Well, we'll be able to get in off of Ashland Road. Generally, we can get some parking passes. And last year, what we did was John gave me like 3 or 4 of them, and he said just print as many as you need, and you can print them, put them in your windshield, and go right on in, and park on the backside by Ashland Road. So that way you don't have to deal with all the traffic. And what I did to get there is I went through Darrell.
Darrell?
Yeah, and took the River Road, came back to Ashland, and so it's a little further, but there was no traffic. Because 30 was backed up. You could not even get down Highway 30.
And with the VIP passes also, it gets you in through the back, and that's before where, it's after where you have to pay at.
Right.
So
You'll be in and don't have to.
You get back there, you park, and you just walk on to the site, and you don't have to pay.
I think you got 3 checkpoints there. They've all went through the deal.
Yeah. But on the Ashland side, if you got that pass on the Ashland side, you don't have to worry about
When you get
it.
in and you park back there, there's only one, and I think it was San Pasquale was there.
Yeah.
But as soon as they see the VIP thing on your dash, they just wave you on through.
It starts at 4 on Friday and at 7 on Saturday. This thing didn't print exactly right, but
They're gonna do a balloon launch early Saturday morning.
yeah, 7 a.m. Saturday morning. 7 a.m. is the on Saturday is the first competition flight. The thing is, if we got the call sign to run the special event station, so my thing is, I don't think it'd be kind of rough to probably run it all day. And I mean, all the way from 7 in the morning till 10 at night. If somebody wants to do that, I'm fine,
Unless you do balloon, a special station like they were doing for Katrina, like AG5Z, Mr. Morgan up in Hattiesburg, he was K5 Hotel.
Well, we got Kilo 5 Bravo, so we got the call.
Yeah, well, you could have different stations
Right.
using that
Yeah.
call.
Right. Yeah. You can
Either
run
there
as
or
many.
from the house. Yeah.
Yeah. You can run as many as you want. So, yeah. I mean, you can run it from anywhere you want to.
Yeah.
Right. So if anybody wants to run a station, we're gonna bring the trailer out there. It'll be out there, and the place we had last year was a pretty good spot. So we'll probably try to get where we were. We were outside of the actual where all the rides and the balloons and all that stuff's at. We were outside of that, and because the year before they put the trailer right next to the bandstand, and you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
So
There was still no phone service where we were at, even outside the gate. There was still no phone service, but I think they said they were working on that for this year.
they were last year. They realized that they had an issue, and they said they would work on it. So I don't know what they're going to do this year, if it's going to be any better. Yeah, the phone service was kind of bad. But at least, like I say, we didn't have to worry about being so noisy you couldn't hear it. And they did have us a generator. They run it. They back the generators up, and they run along the fence line with the conduit and stuff, with the little boxes. And it's not GFCI'd, so we can just plug right into it. We didn't have an issue.
Yeah, we had an issue this week.
No RF,
Yeah.
RF from it?
No,
Some of the generators.
no, it's a big diesel generator.
Oh,
They
okay.
got, yeah.
Same
it's
thing we
just-
used for field day.
Yeah, it's actually bigger than the one we used for field day. It was big. It was like twice the size of the one we used for field day. We shouldn't have an issue there. It was something else I wanted to bring up, and it was I forgot what it was. Oh, I know what it was. The way that trailer's wired, okay, it's two separate 110 circuits sharing a common. But we ought to be able to hook a 220 straight to that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't be an issue.
No. No,
So-
the plug on the outside is a 220 plug.
Right.
And we have an adapter that breaks it into two,
We
110.
probably could have hooked into the 220 at Lamar Dixon, but we didn't have the right plug.
Right.
Okay.
We need to make a pigtail.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a variety of different
We
plug
probably need to go.
220.
We need to go out there and look at what they got and get a plug for their setup, like at the campground area.
Right.
And could we trip their
Because
breakers over there?
well, and we go over there quite often. Huh? You know, we bring the trailer
Is
over
that
there.
the kind of 220 you plug in and twist it and locks
No, I
it?
No,
think they
this is
use
more
a-
like a dryer plug.
They use like a
plug.
camper plug, a 30 amp camper
It's a
plug.
30 amp camper plug.
Or 50.
Yeah, but I
You got a
50. Yeah, this was 30s.
Is that the Crowfoot you're talking
Yeah,
about?
the two on the angle with the one.
All angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we probably need to do that as well. Speaking of Lamar Dixon, Todd and I did bring the trailer out Sunday. The ASPCA they were conducting some exercises last week, different things. And
I saw the trailer coming through.
they had a radio exercise, a communications exercise on Sunday. So we went out there, and Darlene was out there for a little while, and it was I found it pretty interesting because they had a guy who worked, I guess he worked for Motorola,
Yeah.
and he was knowledgeable. He knew what he was talking about, and of course a lot of the people, the volunteers, they didn't quite understand all of what was going on. He was telling them, okay, they recently they have a tractor trailer, and it's basically the tractor with like a big sleeper box on the back of it, and that's where their communications is, you know, their central communications is, and then the trailer that it pulls houses the volunteers, and that trailer is it's real nice. It's got like a sitting area in the front when you walk in. It's got a kitchen, 3 bathrooms, and 12 bunks.
Oh, my.
Oh yeah,
Very
it
nice.
is nice, real nice.
They're gonna deploy that in case, like in Katrina, they had people.
They
standing
actually
up Some of
were
them
talking
did that.
about they deployed that thing in Alabama for some reason, and in Missouri.
In Joplin.
Yeah,
They were in Joplin.
They were in
Missouri.
Joplin.
Yeah.
and a lot of these people were in on that. So they were, the discussion was very interesting when you got into listening to it. The guy from Motorola, what they did is they recently put a repeater in the truck. And so he was telling them they have 4 channels, or 4 frequencies, 4 channels. But he said, number 1, or channel 1 and channel 2 are the same frequency, okay, basically, for what he was trying to explain to them. He said, but when you get on the repeater, you got to go to channel 2, because if you're on channel 1, you'll be on the frequency, but you'll never hit the repeater. Okay, so they couldn't figure out, they couldn't understand how that worked, and he tried to explain it to them, and they didn't quite catch what he was talking about. So when we got in the trailer, we brought them all in there, and we had the radios on the battery power. And I told him, I said, well, let me make that a little bit clearer to you. I said, if you look at our radios, we do the same thing. We run off of a repeater. What he's trying to tell you is, if you put the radio on a simplex and you key it up, it stays on the same frequency. So if you, and I keyed the radio and let them see that the frequency actually changed, you know, for the repeater. Well, then they kind of understood why, you know, it was like that. So, but they were impressed with what we got. And
I know they were there. A friend of mine worked the tornado in Joplin, and Chuck works with the Salvation Army, BOAD, a whole bunch of stuff. And he was just like blown away. And they had a lot of animals, you know, walking around loose. And it's good they do that, but you know, when you see something that's that horrific, you just like, it's like very surreal, and just totally blow it up. You know?
They the ASPCA, of course, the Humane Society and the ASPCA had a trailer out there for transporting, multiple animals.
And they had a
And,
full mobile hospital.
Yeah.
Talk about nice.
And that was nice.
X-ray, dentist office, everything. donated
Surgery
by
room in the back with an anesthesia, everything. I mean, they can do
Everything in one
lab
place.
work in there, blood, test blood, everything. And they got,
They treat animals better than humans,
yeah, I think they, six cages they had?
4 to 6.
4 to 6 cages they had in that. So if they had an animal that was, really ill or something, or they could transport them.
Isolated too.
Isolate them, and they could transport them and be able to give them immediate medical attention if they need it.
Well, the SPCA, they went because there was so much crap going on during Katrina. And a lot of old people that had dogs, they didn't want to leave the dog.
Yeah.
And that was pretty sad.
And you wound up with a lot of animals at Lamar Dixon
Yeah.
that were, found and brought over there. And it wasn't a good scene over there. It was bad. Because I spent 4 days over there at Lamar after Katrina. And I was able to go back there once. I didn't want to go again. When you go back there and look at some of the conditions some of those animals were in after going through that, it wasn't good.
So, have you picked out the frequencies that you're going to work? That we're going to work in the club?
No, we probably need to go ahead and do that. See if there's any specific frequencies we want to work. If we want to work a 2-meter station.
You mean sort of like, like the Strawberry Festival, they work 40 and 20, which is probably about the most popular. Some people pick like 14,
they
250.
work 2 meters.
That's kind of what I figured, 14, 250.
And then, like during the day, there's 72, 40, 72, 48. Someone interfere with a bunch over in Texas. There's a lot of people on 72, 90. And then they got nets. You want to make sure you want to.
Yeah, you got to stay away from those. So I mean, you don't want to get up around the maritime net or something like that. You got to stay away from all that.
Some guys got a neck up signals about 6 or 7, 8 wide.
You get the maritime net. Sometimes some of those guys they're bad.
Yeah, no.
So yeah,
you don't
not only hurts them, it
that,
hurts you. Huh?
You don't need a signal that freaking wide.
And we can work, say like 20 during the day, and we can swap over to 40 later in the evening,
or even 80.
Yeah, and
but I know that station, the station does really good on 20.
It'll give some people, some of the people maybe want a little closer in.
Yeah.
The opportunity to make contact if they want it, and we'll have to get together and draw up a card.
Yeah, because Hammond had a station. I wasn't able to work it on 20 and 40 meters for Katrina over the weekend.
Yeah.
But the reason I got the one from the Strawberry Festival is that they had a 2-meter station.
Mm-hmm. I worked James on 2 meters one year for the Strawberry Festival.
Yeah.
But we'll have to come up with a card and get a few printed.
You need a balloon picture.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We maybe get a picture at the festival, and then get that printed on a card. So I mean, it might take us a little longer, but it'd be an actual picture of the balloon festival.
Yeah. The best time to do that would be, like, I worked a balloon festival in Albuquerque, and I didn't want a car, I had a bunch. But on their website, what they did, they on the card they had was the main ascent. Then one year they used a balloon glow.
That's what I was thinking.
Cool.
Probably put the glow on there.
The glow was pretty good in Albuquerque, but that a friend of mine was doing the military liaison with that, and he got a hell of a picture of the main ascent, but he was in the helicopter, back off, watching them.
Yeah.
But that main ascent looks real cool on there.
Oh yeah, when they all taking off like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we can go and get a few pictures and bring them in the next month, decide what we want. It's not going to take long to get the cards printed.
The colorful, a lot of the colorful balloons are colorful, like the Stars and Stripes balloon. That's
Well,
pretty.
a lot of them now they got different
One that looks
character
like a
shapes.
champagne
Yeah.
bottle. And,
Yeah, one out there last year like a big dinosaur, and
Yeah.
so many different shapes and things too now.
Yeah.
Well, if you decide what you're working, I can publicize it on Handycams too. So.
Okay. So y'all wanna work 250, y'all wanna try to get, I mean, you may not be exactly there.
Right.
But
you can advertise 14,250 plus or minus 5.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You
Because sometimes-
gotta
give a little range.
You gotta give a little range.
And the reason for that is, the Dinkum Latino gang that's on 14,250, and they ain't running 1,500 watts neither.
Well, at least if you put a frequency out there, that somebody at least kind of know where to start.
What about putting
Maybe
it
they'll
up
find
on
us.
the DX cluster?
Oh, yeah, you can do that, put it on a reflector.
Yeah.
So
Someone
we
spot
can,
yourself, but somebody else might spot you.
Somebody stay home and spot
Yeah.
them.
so, and we wanna give an 80 meter frequency or something maybe?
And you gotta stay away from the,
Well, you don't wanna go up in 39
We
too
could
much.
give one just to give one. We just have to see how the bands are.
Yeah.
20 and 40, I would say definitely.
Right.
You know.
2040 is what most of them use, but.
So what do you wanna do, what do y'all wanna do on 40?
What's a good one, Don? I mean, you on there a lot.
Yeah, you're on there more than we are.
Well, at night, sometimes the European stations are in, and then they got nets on, man, those guys get pissed off on the net.
Well, you don't wanna
You
interfere with those guys.
Everything above,
7,200.
7,200, yeah, would be good.
Okay. So,
Somewhere around, like 70, like I say, 7248 or something like that, but below that, they got a bunch of nets, and they got
Okay,
a
so-
Ole Miss net.
you wanna do
7250?
plus or minus?
Plus or minus?
Yeah, dude, why don't you do
7,250.
7240 plus or minus 5?
All right. Okay, so we got that, and
Besides, during the day.
we can work that-
40 is not bad during the day. It's,
Yeah,
the band
yeah.
is short.
as long as you don't get a lot of nasty noise in there, depending on conditions, huh?
Yeah, it depends on the condition.
But,
the
Well,
band
this way
is
somebody
short.
that kind of know where to go to look, and
Yeah.
maybe they can find us.
We could work that Friday if y'all want. We can work the 6
If I'm
hours.
off, I'll be there. I should be off that weekend.
I think I'm off that Friday too. So we ought to be able to get set up in the morning.
Yeah,
Count me in.
because it's 4 to 10 Friday night,
What
right?
time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna get from Friday night anyway.
Mhm.
And honestly, by the time we finish up at 10 and we
We
pick up what we got, most people will be out of there.
Right.
You wanna start about an hour early Friday?
Well, the whole thing doesn't start till 4.
Well,
So.
I mean, try and get there for,
Oh yeah. I
Friday,
mean,
right,
we'll
Friday.
have the trailer there Friday morning.
yeah,
So
get all set up
maybe
and
maybe
everything.
Thursday evening. Depending on what I can get out of John. So he actually works at Lamar Dixon. His office is on site. So to be able to get the VIP passes and all that stuff should be pretty easy to do from him, because he'll be around there, and he's going to have a lot to do with that being IT. So he'll be around. So we can do the 4 to 10 Friday. And I really wasn't even thinking about doing anything Sunday.
You go.
Last time we did this, yeah, right. I went and got the trailer Sunday morning and brought it back.
Okay.
Did we ever get the hookups for the radios that we need? The splitters and all that?
No, I have to get that.
Yeah, we need to get that before this comes around.
Yeah. So I think we need, and I got that down too. We need to get, it's gonna be mono, but I gotta look at the headphones. I think it's all mono.
Most of the radios are, but
I think the
a lot of the
headphones
headphones aren't.
I have to look.
The high also.
So,
Is there
and I
anything
can
else-
look,
Is there anything else we need for the trailer while we ordering stuff?
yeah, we need the setup for the Heil headset for the Yaesu.
We gonna switch that radio out before this?
Probably not,
Okay.
unless I get that.
Well, then we don't need the headset for it then, until we get it in there.
Well, we need that if we're gonna put it in there. While I'm ordering,
Well, yeah, I guess so, while you're ordering.
Okay. So Saturday, I mean, I don't think we really need to start working early in the morning.
What time does it start Saturday?
It starts at 7 in the morning Saturday. I'm thinking maybe we could do basically the same thing Saturday night.
Well, who's gonna have the key for the trailer?
I'll have the key.
All right, so whatever time you get there will be good.
I have 2 sets of keys for the trailer, okay? So if somebody wants to, we need to swap up,
Yeah.
there are 2 sets of keys for it.
Whatever time you want to get there in the morning.
I think we work the 4 to 10 both days. I mean, we could maybe start a little bit earlier on Saturday or something, huh?
Somebody wants to come out.
When do the babes show?
The babes.
They all over.
We start.
Unless we want to do.
They got some blues music. I might have to go listen to the blues.
Hey, Mike Zito's gonna be that Saturday. So, what do y'all think about Saturday? Y'all want to do the same thing, or y'all want to do a little earlier? Or
I'll get out there in the morning.
okay, I mean we
As long
can
as we
work.
got somebody there, I mean, we can roll with it, you know.
We can work from whenever somebody gets there, you know. You get there and we turn the radio on and work.
As long as somebody's in the trailer, if someone's there.
Yeah, where would they, if somebody wanted to come in earlier Saturday, they decided, where would they go get a key from? They stop at your house to get a key?
Yep. That's fine.
Just about from anywhere else, they got to come to your house.
Well, what we can do, if John, and he probably will be out there,
might be there. He
we can
could
just
have a
leave
key.
a set of keys with him.
All right, he can unlock it anytime.
He can
And
unlock it anytime we
and then
need
lock
to.
it up when you're ready to leave.
Yep.
That sounds good.
So somebody, all you gotta do is give John a call, and I'll check with him and see if we can work that out. And so if anybody needs a
He'll be
key,
there the whole time?
pretty much, because he works IT, so he's gonna be there.
He's
all
gonna be
weekend.
he's gonna be working.
Yeah, he's working IT for the parish, and he works that.
So if we have a problem, we can find him.
Yeah.
And he usually has his radio with him walking around.
Yeah.
At least he did last year.
Yeah, he did last year. Okay, so that takes care of that pretty much, right? And we'll make up some little things like we did for field day with the call, because I know it's only 3 letters. It's a different call.
Yeah.
What are they again?
K5B. B as in balloon.
Balloon.
K5 balloon.
Oh, and one more thing before I want to congratulate Mr. Todd Trosclair on passing his extra exam. So I can have the book to study.
Yeah. It's good till next year, huh? And then that's it.
Yeah, hopefully I'll make that.
A month hard.
Shoot, you doing that?
I've been having a book since 2012.
Anybody got any other old business?
Yeah, I have something, got a thank you card from Greg's kids,
Oh, okay.
so I'll just pass that around. Everybody look at it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's it?
For old business.
Okay. I know some of y'all had heard, just to inform everybody.
Oh.
Or keep
One more.
Yeah.
One more
Keep
for old
going.
business. I should have the information on the batteries
Okay.
tomorrow. You want me to email them to you?
Yeah. My call sign at
What kind of
Gmail.
batteries?
On the batteries for the repeater.
To replace the ones that got stolen.
Yeah.
Somebody stole batteries from a repeater.
Yeah, 310 of all
They broke
places.
in.
One of the things I'm trying to do is track down like those traction batteries from an electric forklift or something
Yeah.
like that. A little bit harder to steal, you know.
Yeah.
Two
We
battery packs.
actually had those type of batteries out there one time, and they just, I mean,
Grew legs and
Died
walked
from
away.
old age, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We couldn't get nobody to haul them off.
Oh, no. A lot of y'all probably know that Greg had a radio. There's a radio that's been floating around, okay? And what the deal was, Neil was supposed to get the radio from Brett. Well, in the meantime, Brett he brought the radio to Greg, and Greg was going to bring it to Neil. Well, Greg's radio broke. He got hit by lightning. So Greg, you know, he was using it on his HF radio. So Greg was using the radio, and then he bought a brand new radio not long before he passed. And he was going to go to Neil's the 4th of July to bring the radio to Neil. And so about a week after Greg passed, Brett called me up and asked me what was going on with the radio. So we got with Greg's sister and told her what the deal was. Brett told me, and I didn't know this, Brett told me that the guy who gave him that radio told him the guy who gave it to him was terminally ill. He was a hand. And he told him, he said, I'm giving you this. I don't want this radio to ever be sold. You know, he said, I want this is anybody who needs one, you know, that's what I want it for. Y'all pass it around to whoever needs it. So we got with Greg's sister, and Brett talked to her, and so the last I heard, she texted me a while back and asked me for Neil's phone number. And I talked to Neil, and so Greta, Greg's sister, is going to go up there if she hasn't already. She's going up there to bring it to her. So, because I told them, you know, if they needed, they could get it to us and we'd get it up there or whatever. So she's going to make the trip up there and go bring him the radio. I wanted to pass that along to everybody because I know some of y'all knew what was going on and
Did you see it, Tom?
Yeah, I saw it.
and might have been wondering about what was happening. So that's any other old business? Any new business?
Yeah, I have new business.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it is a money.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm good. A lady from the Gonzales Police Department called, and Sherman Jackson is doing a calendar, a wall calendar, and they wanted to know if we wanted to advertise on it.
Of course. Why not? How much is it to advertise?
It is for anything that their budget doesn't purchase, things for their units and that type of stuff.
So did you make a donation, or did they ask for a certain amount?
No, I asked her what was the smallest thing they had. I explained we were a nonprofit and how we get our funding, and so we didn't have a lot. The smallest thing they have is $75. It is the size of something a little smaller than a business card.
Oh, I thought it was a postage stamp.
That's what she told me. So
Yeah.
I told her she lucked out. Meeting was tonight. I would bring it before the members, and it would be up to the membership to decide what they want to do. And of course, it's 2016 calendars, and it's going to be in color.
Ooh, so we have to give them something.
Right, you just give them whatever you want.
We could put the club logo on something.
Exactly, if y'all decide to do it. Yeah, I have a really good picture.
Yeah, we've got some good pictures.
The one that's on
the brochure.
Thing.
The one's on the
on the
same one's on the brochure.
Yeah,
It's already shrunk. We've got them in various sizes.
So you have to
Yeah.
shrink it down some.
Yeah, I've got them, so I could shrink it down where it would.
Matter of fact, I think I might have one on business card.
And what calendar is this for?
It's going to be a Gonzales Police Department wall calendar. And I asked her, I said, and if we do this, are we going to get one of the calendars? And she said, yeah, of course.
Tell her you need like 40 calendars.
I made sure the club was going to get
I need like 40 calendars, one for each club member.
So I guess,
Is it like an FOP?
now we can, no,
it's a local.
it is for
The local
police
Gonzales.
department. It is. And what happened was Chief Jackson needed a way to raise a little extra money to get some extra things that they didn't have money for in the budget. And he noticed Livingston had done that. And he really liked the idea, so he decided
Well,
to
it is a good idea, and I don't know, I mean, a lot of y'all not from Ascension Parish, some are, and definitely not from any city limits, but there's been some controversy with the funding. So the police department did not quite get all of the money they requested for this fiscal year, and probably won't for next year.
So that's it. That's what I have. I asked what the next step up was, and it's $150. So I told her that's paid.
Yeah. So
I think 75 is a lot for just a little.
oh yeah, it's always a lot for a little bit of space you get.
Yeah, I
You
agree,
can
but
figure that.
it wasn't my call to make.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I know.
You mind if I snap a photo of that after the meeting?
Of what?
The guy's contact info and stuff.
I can give it to you.
All right.
It's sloppy. I was writing mine.
So I mean, it's up to members what they want to do. Somebody
And like I said, I did
make a motion
speak
one
with-
way or the
with,
other.
It was through Chief Jackson's, his personal secretary.
Mhm.
So it is 100% up and up legit. In fact, the lady who contacted me was someone else. I
Right.
immediately hung up with her and called GPD and asked for Chief Jackson's secretary. And that's where I got the rest of the information from. So
What?
it has been verified.
Well, just before we go on, what could we do to raise money? Because I mean, we have some money, but we don't have a lot of money. We got something to go down.
It's fundraisers are tough, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
because we made what $800 when you're doing jambalaya. And
Can we do a ham fest one year?
well, the last ham fest this club did was in 1993, and the reason they quit doing them is because it cost them money the last time they did one.
Yeah, lost money on it.
And we talked one time too about maybe
Oh.
trying to do like a junk in the trunk sale.
We could do a junk in the trunk somewhere, and I'm gonna tell you, if we did it, them guys like the Hammond Club, and you'd see some guys coming around. You'd see probably some of the guys from the Jefferson Club. You know, if you advertise it well enough,
And if
they
it's,
come around.
if it's dry, I mean, we even volunteered, because we had talked about this years back, doing it. And if it's dry, we even volunteered our house to do it at, because of the lot
Yeah, we've
next
got a
to
lot
us.
on
We
there.
can have all the vehicles line up
Yeah.
there, and then you bring your stuff and you just pop your trunk open or put your tailgate down, and there you have it. We have room for parking.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to just put out on the Facebook page or in emails that, you know, you'll take donations in addition to
yeah,
dues.
yeah.
You know, throw it on PayPal.
But I mean, you know, the thing is,
PayPal for sure.
you look at, you know, the $75, yeah, you know, because we don't have a bunch of money. The $75 is a good bit. But when you look at the amount of advertising you get for your $75, you know, the number of calendars they're gonna print and that's gonna go out, then it's a good bit of exposure for your money.
And it's not gonna
But
be
older
just
hams
people
don't
in
even
the
look at
city that
calendars.
are gonna get it. I mean, people all over
Every
the
day is
town are
Saturday.
gonna get it as getting
Younger
calendars.
hams don't either, they look at the cell phone.
Steve don't look at one either, but
iPod.
Well, no, I was just trying to think of a way now. You know, I mean,
yeah.
we have to come up with something.
And
to
the
raise money.
jambalaya thing, the jambalaya thing really worked well in a way, because we got the Jambalaya Festival Association to cook it for us. So they didn't charge us anything for the jambalaya, it's all donated. So, but I don't want to depend on them doing that every year either, because
No.
that would get old for them, huh?
So, how many calendars you think that they're gonna make? Did they give you any
No
idea?
clue,
Okay.
no clue, didn't ask. But, I mean, I'm sure
And
it's,
who they giving them out to?
I can tell you, it's not gonna be just in the city. I mean,
I'm not going to
Yeah.
give them. I'm assuming they're going to sell them, right?
Right. They
I'm sure they're probably gonna sell them.
because they're probably not gonna just make their money off of advertising.
Who's gonna buy them?
Sure, I'm gonna buy one. So, I mean, that's, when does this have to be?
I didn't ask her when because I was gonna bring it up tonight, and I figured it was either yea
Yes or
nay.
no?
Yeah, I
Up or
figured
down?
it'd pretty much be yea or nay.
So if somebody wants to make a motion one way or the other, we'll entertain that motion and go from there.
Okay, I'll throw the motion that we donate $75 to the Gonzales Police Department for an ad on their 2016 calendar.
Seconded.
Okay,
So I got a motion and a second. Let's see. I gotta write this down before I forget who to.
no problem.
Hey, at the very least, it's good karma.
Well,
What, the advertising?
I guess it never hurts to advertise.
Depends on what you put on the calendar front page.
yeah. Be like a
Sherman selfie.
hot piece cake.
Probably be Sherman.
That's what
All right.
I'm thinking, a Sherman selfie.
It may not be.
So, I have a motion and a second to make a donation of $75 to the Gonzales Police Department.
Buying advertisement is
Okay.
how it was properly.
Buy an advertisement on the 2016 Gonzales Police Department wall calendar. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. So that means we're paying $75 for the calendar. All right. Anybody else got anything, any other new business? We got a long meeting tonight.
A good turnout too. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, definitely appreciate
Oh,
everybody.
you talking about the net.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
going to be available to call the net.
That's what, Saturday?
Saturday, right.
Yeah. I'm on
Just
Saturday.
this Saturday only.
I will be out of town Saturday during the day, so I will more than likely be around Saturday night.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought I was gonna be off, but I have my nights and days.
I was wondering when you were talking about that, I was saying, wait a minute, I just asked Todd what he come off of, and that don't sound right. So, we have, if nothing else, I'll call it. I mean, I don't have a problem filling in.
Now, Thursday night, Todd said he couldn't call either. We need
Okay.
someone for Thursday night or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? If you can't do it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll
if
be
you
here.
don't mind.
I'll do it.
I don't know what my boss got planned for me tomorrow night. I think she had some plans.
Thursday night.
Might have dinner guests, I'm not sure.
That's tomorrow night, yeah.
So,
But you, if you need to call Annette, you would still be available.
well, Todd be there, and I can go check in.
They would be
They're both at
guests.
It only lasts
At
10
our
to
house,
15
we
minutes.
wouldn't be
It only lasts,
Yeah.
Right now.
So we got nets taken care of.
I'll leave it on.
So we got the net here.
I make a motion, wager.
We are 1948. We adjourn.
Yay.